A few weeks ago, I'm scrolling through IG, vibing on all my favorite guitar players I follow, and I see a post from TJ Whitelaw playing over a slowed down version of Never Gonna Give You Up. And he's playing all these chords that are not in the song at all, but they sound right. In fact, they sound good. So following my curious mind, I figured out what he was playing and thought, dude, it's so obvious. All this reharmonization is centered around two basic concepts: tone and direction. So let's start very simple and then expand to some direct examples on how to apply these ideas. The simplest emotions to represent in music are happy and sad. Of course, that would be major or minor. Major happy, minor sad. So when it comes to changing the tone of the harmony, I can replace a major chord with its relative minor. Just take the root down a minor third and play a minor chord. Let's first listen to the vocal a cappella, and then listen to it with the chords behind it.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
Now notice how the chords just shape the tone of the harmonic emotion that you're hearing. So now let's try and switch it up and see if we could change that tone. Now let's take the second chord, E flat, find its relative minor by taking the root down a minor third, which is 3 frets, so we can replace it with a C minor, and this should give the melody a little bit of a darker sound.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
After we've explored our options of tone, the next question is, what direction are the chords going? To simplify that idea even more, are there 5/1 cadences in this progression, or can we add one? So far, our reharmonization is D flat, C minor, F minor. And yes, I see a 5/1 at the end of this progression, C minor to F minor. C is the 5 of F. Now, when it comes to moving harmony in a direction, it's just like physics. You need something to provide the energy for the movement. That ball is not going to move across that room unless you hit it with some force. Now in music, tension is our energy to move. A 5/1 movement has tension and release naturally built into it. But we could add tension by first making the chord dominant, so we can go from C minor, F minor to C7, F minor. And if we want, we can go even further by adding altered tones like a C7 flat 9 to F minor or a C7 sharp 9 to F minor. But let's just stick with C7 for right now.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
Now let's take these two ideas over to the song Peaches by Justin Bieber. And a quick note to all you pop music haters and critics out there, the fact is that all those tracks that you hear on the radio are made by some of the best musicians in the world. So no matter what, you can absolutely learn something from any one of these tracks. Anyways, our chord progression is E flat major 7, D minor 7, C minor 7, B flat major 7. Step 1, change the tone. Let's make that last chord minor. So we find our root B flat, we go down a minor third, 3 frets, and there's a relative minor, G minor.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. Badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. Badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah.
Now as for movement, there's no 5/1s naturally in this progression, so we need to add them in ourselves. And usually a good place to add a 5 is at the end of the progression, giving it a pull back to the beginning. So if I'm going to an E flat major chord, I need to find the 5th of E flat. And the 5th of E flat is B flat.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. Badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. Badass bitch. I get my light from the source, yeah, yeah. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit.
Cool, so now let's see if we could really flip the feel around. So our original chord progression is E flat, D minor, C minor, B flat, descending diatonically in the key of B flat. So what if I substitute the E flat chord with its relative minor, C minor, keep the D minor, and substitute that C minor with its relative major, which is E flat. So from there, we're continuing up the diatonic scale, and then we could finish on the F7 chord, which is the next chord in the scale. Let's just see how that sounds.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. Badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Now it's important to understand that this is merely a starting point for reharmonization. It goes much deeper than that, and the biggest thing we want to think about when we're reharmonizing is the melody. How does the melody react to these chords? And from there, we're able to really create something that sounds good and cohesive. And I want to thank my Patreon supporters for helping me grow this channel and devote more time and resources into making the content better, and even including exclusive content, including videos, backing tracks, exclusive lessons, all just for the Patreon supporters. So if you enjoy this channel and want to support a little bit more, be sure to check us out. The link is in the description below. And if you want to learn a little bit more about these types of chords and how to approach them in a neo-soul R&B context, check out my neo-soul guitar book. It breaks all these ideas up into 7 different jam scenarios so you could learn how to play chords and solo over all these different chord progressions and just dial in a nice neo-soul sound and approach when it comes to chords and soloing. So definitely check that stuff out as well, and keep jamming all this stuff and stay nasty.